All right, folks, thanks for joining the channel. I'm going to be showing you how I did mounted the bike binders, which is a mounting system for the dirt bike. This forgoes the tie-down straps, probably helps save your forks a little bit, and we'll see how it all works out. Okay, so I got the bike binders here for my dirt bikes. I'm going to attempt to use something other than tie-down straps. Try to make the process a little quicker and all that good stuff. So what I did here was, these come with some mounts in them for the L-track. I went with L-track myself. You can do E-track also, but they came with some mounts, a small single point mount. And what I did is I bought some 12-inch L-track and put it in the bed of my 2023 Tundra. Now, something important to point out about this Tundra is that this is a composite bed. It's basically plastic. So real careful drilling through the holes. You have to make sure you put some good washers or some good backing behind there. In my case, you'll notice that there's one hole that's not filled. Well, there's cross members on this thing, and there's just no good place to put it and not miss one of the cross members. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably put on some tie downs for the first few trips to see how it goes, just to make sure everything's good. But we're going to give this a test now. All right, we got it in. They look like they fit pretty good. I got a question about this one here. This one looks really good. I like, the bed's only so wide, so I want to get it over. I think I probably could have brought this guy over here, and I may move that in the future, but I'm gonna wait and see, maybe send a picture over to the bike binders folks and see what they say about it. I don't think it's that big of a deal, really. The bike is super sturdy in there. This thing ain't going anywhere. I mean, this is as tight as any tie down I've ever had. So again, probably could have brought that one over to my right, your camera right a little bit, but I think we're good. I think this looks really good. Need to make sure that this guy gets that gets down all the way. Everything's locked in. I'm gonna go take a test drive. So I did a test the other day. Obviously I put these in to install my bike binders, and I kind of showed you where the chain was kind of at an angle that I didn't really care for. The bike moved around a bit, and I would expect the bikes to move around a little bit on these, but it moved around a little more than I want. So today I'm going to go ahead and move this L-track over to here and this L-track over to here, which is kind of a pain because this one over here, there's like that top nut up there. There's some kind of electronic box, or maybe it's a compressor, I don't know, that's blocking that took a bit to get to. And then these two guys, I have to go ahead and drop the spare tire, which is kind of interesting because the spare tire is kind of offset here. It's not really centered, or if it was, then I'd have the same problem over here, which I don't. So that's what I'll be doing this morning. All right, I don't know if this is real mechanic shit or not, but here's the deal. I got to go underneath and unbolt these, which I did, and I don't have anybody help me right now at this moment. So I used a tie down, and that 4mm Allen is locking in there pretty tight, and yeah, was able to get them all undone pretty easy just by using this kind of jury-rigged thing. Okay, back to the bike binders. So I've got my fit in now. That fits a lot better than where I had it before. You can probably see the holes where I had it before. So it's a little bit underneath the bike, and that didn't really work. I've got the bike all locked up because I'm going to drive around today and test this thing out. I'm not even going to put tie downs on it as an emergency. I'm just going for it. This thing seems really, really tight. I mean, it's not moving. Maybe a little bit movement right here, as hard as I could pull. So I don't know, I might take a link out of this, or maybe move it to the outside of the peg instead and see if that changes anything. But overall, I mean, wow, this thing's really snug in there. It's not going anywhere. It's not, as you can see, if you take a look at the forks, if I get in there close, get in their fork, they're not all jammed down. The bike's really sitting on the linkage at this point. So the linkage and and the rear shock, which isn't as probably sensitive as the forks are. So I mean, right now these things look really great. Fits well. Like I said, I put some 12-inch L-track in there. I kind of wish I had gone with 36, because if I want to, I could turn that front wheel sideways and I can get that bike in a little bit further, maybe even get both bikes in with the wheels turned and have a little more room in the back. You know, for the Tundra guys, I mean, again, composite bed, huh? Plastic, I think, but whatever. I have a few new holes in there. Maybe I'll fill them, maybe I won't. It doesn't really matter. It'll just let water out if it gets in the bed. I've got my my tonneau cover, my roll-up aluminum tonneau cover, which works great. The nice thing is that even with the tonneau cover rolled up, that front wheel hits it. So one thing I noticed with the 3rd gen Tundra is that the bed depth is not as deep as my my 2nd gen by a couple inches, and it makes a little bit of a difference. So there's a little bit of gap there. And previously I had some cut up pallets that were using as like a wheel chock up there, and it worked perfectly fine with the tie downs. But now I've got these, and these look to hold really well. So I'll be watching the bed, make sure I don't get any cracks in there, make sure it holds. I got some big washers in there underneath, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's
so I drove it around for a good part of the day today. This thing did not move. I took some corners pretty hard and everything, and it's not going anywhere. So I'm pretty impressed with it at this point. Now the next deal is to take it down some dirt roads, but that'll be a while. Thanks for watching the channel, and I hope this helped you out.